Partnership working is really how we do business in the Ulster University Business School. I think post-pandemic particularly, while many business schools have gone more online, we have actually built at a personal level and a human level and a relational level to really look at the people in those organisations that we're working with, and in a very much a co-creation model to see if we can work with them to get solutions that will future-proof their business.
My name is Joe O'Neill. I'm the Chief Executive of Belfast Harbour. For those of you unfamiliar with Belfast Harbour, we operate the Port of Belfast and we manage and develop Belfast Harbour Estate. For those familiar with the geography, you'll realise there's been a lot of transformation in Belfast Harbour and Belfast Harbour Estate over the last few years as we have transformed and diversified our business, and we're now business operating in a lot of different areas and different sectors.
I'm Mike Dawson. I'm the People and Corporate Services Director for Belfast Harbour Commission. About a year ago, we engaged in an internal review of a number of our training and development modules, I suppose you would call them, that we'd used previously. Once we decided upon the requirements for our needs as an organisation, we went out to the market on an all-Ireland basis, looking at a variety of schools and the offerings that they had. And when it came down to it, the Ulster University Business School was the one that was most closely aligned with our requirements, and we did feel that we really hit it off in terms of a company or an organisation that we could work with.
This new partnership development between Ulster University Business School and Belfast Harbour is a really exciting partnership for various reasons. Primarily it's focused on organisational development, and through that listening and responding type approach by the business school, we've been able to work very closely with Belfast Harbour to understand their needs and develop an executive leadership programme that is really aligned to their organisation.
So it was great to be able to open a line of conversation with the business school and talk about developing a tailored package for our 15 high potential young leaders. We want to develop them as in their own personal leadership style, but also tailor that leadership development to what we want to do in the organisation in terms of continuing to refine our strategy to be a port for everyone by 2035. And then finally, in particular, through our Smart Port theme, look at how digital transformation needs to become embedded in our business and be a foundation or a bedrock for developing the Belfast Harbour business of the future.
That focus on organisational development and skills development and investing in your people has never been more important, and this is a significant development for Belfast Harbour at the moment. Through a process of working closely with the Harbour, and using contextualisation of learning and authentic assessment, we're able to ensure business impact quite quickly for this organisation and also for the individuals themselves.
Modules are chosen based on what the business needs, so it's very much customised, but also the assessments are customised to make sure that it's practical application of the knowledge and the learning and the tools and the framework so they get through the module. So it allows the students and the participants to learn evidence-based, research-based, best practice, but then also apply it, that practical application to their business and to the business needs and the business issues.
Fundamentally, Belfast Harbour organisations existed for hundreds of years, a tenant of Belfast City itself, and always has been a leading proponent driving transformation. Fundamentally, the output of this program is to ensure that we have the proper leadership in place that can really operate in a future-focused environment. We're talking about digital transformation, a very different approach to agile leadership, because we want to continue to play a leading role within the region on the things that we do well.
So Belfast Harbour is one of our very prestigious strategic learning partners, and in terms of the needs that they have and the way in which we have analysed those needs, I think it has been a real co-creation model in practice. We are looking to help them future-proof their business model in a time when Belfast as a centre and as a tourism destination is really on the up, and the role of the harbour in facilitating that requires different skill sets, different knowledge, than would have been the case before, and I think working with them to identify what that learning is really important, and hopefully we will learn as much as they do about the whole future of Belfast in that regard.
I think one of the great advantages is through that stakeholder engagement and partnership approach, and gives you a really good insight as to co-develop a programme which, as I say, worked well with our people in terms of developing their personal leadership capabilities, but also aligning that with the business requirements for strategic development and transformation.